Who wants to make a bet that this countdown is just going to go into another countdown or some sort of spiel before we even start? I really hope not. Come on, we've been trolled too much with these launches so far. Here we go. 5 seconds to El Plano, pink and blue. Let's go.
I know that you're all waiting for a glimpse of the A522.
Yes, we are.
You're going to have to wait because it is now being
God
prepared
damn it.
in
We have to wait.
Barcelona
I'm always waiting in life.
We look forward to 2022.
Okay.
We're going to take a moment to see actually what you're building on from 2022.
No, we know what happened last season. We all watched it. Oh, here's Otmar. Oh, he's followed the BWT. This man loves BWT so much, he quit Aston to join Alpine because of BWT. I said it. It's not a coincidence. Okay. Okay, not gonna lie.
Hello to all.
Not gonna lie. These overalls. These overalls are pretty gopping, and that immediately has brought down my expectations for this livery. Bam! Oh. What? What? Ah! What is going on? Am I still drunk from my night out on the weekend? Why have they turned into Ferrari? You're not Ferrari. Stop with the interpretive dance. Please. Please tell me that I'm actually still drunk and passed out in Nottingham somewhere. And
thank you very much.
You could have
You're
done so much
Italian
with
dance
pink
squad. Thank you so
in
much.
this car.
Well, round of applause for this incredible car.
Okay,
starting at the front of the car,
actual car looks a lot better.
You can
One
see
second.
the main plane of the front wing directly coupled straight into the
You
nose.
shut up. You
providing
go
us-
away. You go away. This is, I don't know why they've tweeted their actual car, but on the stream they're not showing their actual car. This is the actual car, like the actual, not just a show car. This looks slightly better with the shape of the side pod. Now I can see why they have a random cutout like that. That kind of fits a bit better with the shape of the actual car. And under these lights, it looks nice, but without the lighting, would it look as good? I don't know. I also have only just read they've got the numbers in pink as well. I don't know about that. It does look better in the photos. I really wanted to like this car. I really did. Right, chat, get up on screen. Right, let me know. What are we thinking? What are we thinking out of 10? Or good, bad, great? What are we thinking about this? Ugly, 5, 3, meh, -3, minus 10,000, meh, ugly, 4 out of 10, 8 out of 10. We've got some 8 out of 10s actually. We've got a 10 out of 10. Some rogue, what's this? There are some rogue people who really love it. But a lot of, across the boards, we're seeing about a 4 to 3 range. A lot of throwing up going on. This car looks so bad on stream. This car looks so bad on stream. It actually looks somewhat.
We were ready to run straight away.
On this
photo, well in excess of
I'm saying like a
on this car
6 to it. Could grow on me. Could grow on me to a 7, maybe.
We worked really
on the stream,
on this 4. I think it's a key point.
Hard 4. Let's look at the car, because this is the actual car, so we can look at it, okay? They talked a lot about the engine for Alpine. That's a massive thing, that they've split the turbo. That's something they've not done since the V6s came in, so that's a different construction of the engine. So, under the hood, this may be a much better Renault power unit. We won't know any comparison, whatever, because they're the only team running it. So, we're going to have to see that goes in the real season. In terms of the actual car itself, well, we got a very Alpine nose. This looks like the exact same nose they had last year, but just fit to the new regulations. So, I don't know what that's about. It seems a bit too... I feel like they're going to maybe change this for sure early on the season and kind of go with everyone else, because it's not really blended in whatsoever on the front. So, that's going to be a very bluff bit of aerodynamics at the front end, so I expect that to change very rapidly. Looks like they've got the Ferrari and Haas route of a very flat front wing, which is a very different concept to what Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren have shown us so far. So very different philosophy from a few teams here. In terms of the inlets and the whole side pod arrangement, again, a very unique take to it. They've gone with a very wide, flat inlet, so not like a box like we've seen with Mercedes. I don't know, I would say kind of Ferrari-esque, really. Ferrari-esque with that. Kind of goes hand in hand with their front wing philosophy, I would say. Then the side pod itself, well, nothing like, it's not really like anything, apart from maybe the AlphaTauri. Do people kind of agree? It kind of looks like the AlphaTauri in a way. You know, you've got that very usual undercut of the side pod here, but then bulks downwards. But then you've got that kind of, you know, boxiness here on the top, where clearly, like last year, Alpine have, you know, pushed all the engine components to the top there. So it's kind of reminiscent a little bit of the AlphaTauri design, but it's a bit puzzling to me. They're not really, you know, they've got an aggressive undercut here, then goes bulky, so you kind of lose a bit of a Coke bottle shape because it goes even boxier here. But then you've got this kind of scoop arrangement, which, like the Ferrari, they're looking to try and get air just jetting down this bit to the rear end. And then they've gone with that standard Alpine thing, whereas boxy, and they've gone for the gills. So you can see a bit of hot air will probably exit here. So again, they're just trying to affect the beam wing underneath the rear wing. The floor is just very simplified. Obviously, they're not going to show us anything here. So the renders are probably just, I mean, I don't know what that is in the render, but it's all just simplified. So we can't say too much about the floor, really, itself. And then everything else looks pretty standard, to be honest. So we'll see. This Alpine says it's running a predominantly pink livery at the opening 2 races, and then it will, what? Alpine says it's running a predominantly pink livery at the opening 2 races, and then we'll switch to, oh, was the mostly pink one the leaked one, was it? I don't know. I mean, that's certainly a lot worse. I'm glad this is the real livery. This one is at least a lot better. Like I said, this is like a 6 to a 7 in the right lighting. In person, this show car looks really bad with this studio lighting that they... Oh, God. What's happening here? Please show... Let me give me a shot of the car. Oh, there's so many shots of people's faces on these streams. Yeah, see, it just doesn't look that great in person. It looks so much better on the render. But... Okay, so for the first season, I mean, it just looks like a racing point. I actually have no... This livery here, yeah, I actually have no issue with it, okay? You know what this livery is? It's the racing point, okay? This is not a bad livery. This livery is actually a very striking, nice livery as a racing point. As an Alpine, I don't know. As a racing point or a BWT racing car, it's a you know, it holds up. It literally looks like the racing point livery. So, you know, it holds up. But as an Alpine, I just don't... they must be paying so much money for this. So much, surely. Getting back to the actual car itself, looking at everything else, I don't know what to make of it. I feel like they've... You know, Alpine was meant to be a massively aggressive-looking car, you know, to be L-Plan. I don't know if it's just me being ignorant of, you know, not looking close enough. I just don't see a lot that's actually that aggressive, really. You know, they've got with a very kind of blend of the Ferrari-style inlets, the AlphaTauri-style side pods. It does look quite open-ended. It's not like they've really shrink-wrapped it at the back. Obviously, we don't know about the floor arrangement, so, you know, they could be going aggressive with the Venturi tunnels or something like that, you know, on the underfloor of the car. And then the front, I think they'll change, because the front looks very boxy, and I don't think they'll keep this nose arrangement, because it looks far too bluff of an object for the air to hit. Well, that was it. That was the Alpine. I think we should just call it there then, guys. Not much else to really say. Very confusing launch. Yeah, I don't know.